Hello all and welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, we'll try to understand when to use an if statement and when to use an if-else condition. Supposing we want to check just one logical statement, if that particular condition is met, we want something to be printed on the console, or we want some values to be returned, or we want to assign a variable when a condition is met. That is when we use an if statement. Let's say a variable has been assigned a value of 100. To use the if statement in R, we just have to type if, and then inside the brackets, we just have to type a condition. For example, if in this case we want to type a condition, if A is greater than 200. And once we have entered the condition inside the brackets, outside the bracket, we have to open and close the curly braces. And inside the curly braces, we have to mention the condition that we want to be printed or returned. So in this case, let's say if A is greater than 200, we want this print statement to be executed. Let's say A is greater than 200. All right. Now, once I execute this run command here, and then if I execute this if statement, nothing really gets printed here because as of now, this condition has not been met because 100 is less than 200. So only if this condition is met, whatever has been printed inside this condition gets executed. Now let's say A is equal to 300. And once we click on the run button, and now if we execute this if statement, now the output gets printed. A is greater than 200. So this is the purpose of the if statement. Now supposing A is equal to 100, and if we execute this particular if statement, since nothing is getting printed, but we want something to get printed whether the condition is met or not met, that's when we use the if else condition. Let's say, let me use another separate code here. If else, and inside the bracket, we put the condition A greater than 200, then we want to print greater than 200. And if it is not greater than 200, we want to print not greater than 200. All right. Now, if I execute A equal to 100 once again, now if I execute this if else condition here, A greater than 200, since the value of A is 100, the first statement will not get executed. This first statement in the if else condition gets executed only if the logical condition is true. If the logical condition is false, then it ignores this condition and straight away jumps to the else condition here. So here it will get printed as not greater than 200. So now if I execute this line, it gets printed as not greater than 200. Similarly, now if I just change the value of A to 500, and execute this, and now if I execute if else, now since this condition is met, the first statement greater than 200 gets printed on the console. So if I run this line, greater than 200 gets printed in the output. So this is the purpose of the if statement and the if else condition. However, if else in R can also be written in a similar way as the if statement here. Let me just illustrate that. If A is greater than 200, and then inside the parenthesis, we would be typing the print command here, print greater than 200. And if A is not greater than 200, outside the curly braces, we have to type the else condition here. Outside the else, we have to have the curly braces again, and then click on the enter button. And between these two curly braces, we have to print the next statement, which is not greater than 200. So now if we execute this if else condition here, it would print greater than 200 because right now A has been assigned the value 500. So if else can be written in two different ways. One is this simple way and the other one is in a slightly complex way. Preferably, if there are just two conditions, we can just use this particular way of executing the if-else condition. However, if there are more than two conditions, then we have to use the else if condition here. And the way we use that is, let's say A still has a value as 500. Now we can say if A greater than 500, and then inside the parenthesis just say print greater than 500. Now we could also say else if, and then we have to put the condition here, A is less than 500, and then once again here we have to put the curly braces, open and closed curly braces, and inside this we should have another condition that we want to be executed. Let's say we have to execute another print statement here, print less than 500. And now the last condition. So if this condition is not met, and if this condition is also not met, then we want the third command to be printed, which is else. And once again, we open and close the curly braces and then say print. And in the quotes, A is equal to 500. A equal to 500 over here. And let me execute the statement. And let me execute the statement here. So now it says A is equal to 500. So this particular else condition is getting printed here. Now if I change this to 400, A equal to 400, and now if we execute the code here, it says less than 500. And similarly, if we have something greater than 500, once we execute the code, it says greater than 500. So this is how the if else, and the if else if conditions are executed in R. Let's see the same thing in Python now. In the case of Python, we will not be having any braces or curly braces here. It's purely indentation that follows in Python. So if we just have one condition, let's use a similar condition here. Let's say A is equal to 100. And now we want to use the if statement here. So if A greater than 200, all that we want is print greater than 200. And now once we execute this, there is no output whatsoever. However, if we change the value of A to 300, and now we execute this, we have an output saying greater than 200. So this is how the if statement works in Python. Similarly, for the if else condition, let's say A is equal to 300. If A is less than 300, then after we put the colon here, which is as good as the curly braces in R. So once we put the colon here and click on the enter button, by default, if you see the cursor is getting highlighted at some kind of an indentation. So the default indentation is a 4. So if I just do a backspace and click on the space bar, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is how Python understands that if there is an indentation, then the code, if this particular condition is met, then whatever is mentioned in the indentation has to be executed. So if I print less than 300 here, and then I also want another else condition here. So I would now click on the enter button, and by default it asks me to continue with the indentation. But what if I want to come out of the indentation and now I have to put another condition? So what I can do is I can click on the backspace and then say here else print not less than 300. And now if I execute this, it says not less than 300 because A is equal to 300. So just to make things simple, let me put the value of A as 200 here. So since the value of A is 200, that is less than 300, this particular condition is getting executed. Now similarly, if I change the value to say 700, it would execute this else condition here, not less than 300. If I want another condition to be executed, which is what if A is exactly equal to 300, right? So to do that, what we can do is, let me delete this. In Python, what we would be doing is, we would be doing something like instead of else if that we have here in R, we would be using the elif condition here. So it will be elif. And elif, now what we are saying is A greater than 300. And then after the colon, we again click on the enter button. So here it by default gives me an indented line where I can type my condition here. So here if I say print greater than 300, and then the last condition would be else, and then with the colon I would say print equal to 300. So now if I execute this particular cell here, it says equal to 300. So whenever A is equal to 300, only this else condition gets executed. Similarly, if it is 500, this elif condition gets executed. And if it is 100, then the if condition gets executed. So this is how the if, else, elif conditions work in Python. So this was all about if, else, and if, else, elif condition in Python. I hope you found this useful. We shall try to solve a few problems with respect to if and if else in both R and Python so that we understand it better. All right. I hope you're liking my tutorial. If you're finding it useful, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments, suggestions, feedbacks, questions, please do post them in the comment section. See you in the next tutorial. Thank you very much.